Do you have the misty fog? Because it's kind of eerie, and you would think a misty fog, this is how it gets in the morning too, it stays like this all night long. And this misty fog that we have right here, when I wake up in the morning, the misty fog, it makes its way to about, like here's my front door. The misty fog makes its way to about right here. It makes its way all the way on the porch. Do you have the misty fog also, you all, where you're at? Because it's kind of strange and it feels a little bit eerie. It doesn't feel normal. There has been reports of when it comes down, it leaves like a substance on the surface. And it doesn't feel right. It doesn't, you all. Whatever is up in the sky, your sky may look like this too. It's been like whitish gray all day long. And I know the mist, now see, now it looks like the mist, it's coming from the woods. And I can feel it in the air. Can you feel it, you all? Can you feel the mist, the fog? It's all over Utah. God is destiny. Oh my gosh. You all, something's not right. It isn't right. It should not, yeah. It was happening before. They gave me chills to see that it's happening in other places. Yes, this morning also, it was bad. It was bad here when I went to feed the birds because I could see the wetness on my porch. And I know the wind wasn't blowing it. You have it in New Jersey. In New Jersey, you all. Let me turn this outdoor light on if I can. Well, I know I can. I've heated up some potato soup to eat for supper. I think it's like nice to have some potato soup. Misha, I'm doing great. I really am. I visited my mother today, and I did a dance video. Yeah, this right here. Let me see this barometric pressure. Okay, we just want to just check it. This one is reading about like this. You can see the temperature. I don't know about down here. What is this? Humidity. You know what's strange is I picked up another one, and this barometric pressure is off on this one. They don't read the same, so I'm not sure which one of these would be correct because I've got two of them. I've got this one that I had bought at a thrift store, and then this one also. Although this up here is reading just about the same as this, and this humidity down here is reading higher, I think, than that humidity, because this is like 100%. I don't know how this can be off like that. And then this barometric pressure, how it can be reading like that when this one's right here. So I don't know which one of these is right. I really don't know. But if did you just see that? It's getting thicker. You've had fog for the last 2 days. You have it the same here in England, Bubbles. So if it's in England, you remember when we looked at the GOES satellite? Not the GOES. We went to Google Earth, and no, it was the GOES satellite. And there's clouds all over the place, all over the whole United States, more or less. And even when we went to the Google Earth, even like in Egypt and stuff like that, it looks like there was cloud cover. There's something in the sky, you all. A ship. Where's the ship? Well, I'm sure there's ships up there in the sky, but look how foggy it is. And I was told you don't want to be out in it. You have fog, Stacy, and where you're at. You have it in Oklahoma for the last 2 days. I don't know which wind chime is ringing. I guess that one decided to ring. I feel it. I feel it on here. Slightly feel it, I think. It's like saturating everything. No fog, just light rain. It's eerie fog all up that way into Ohio, Anita. Ninja, hola. Yeah, into Ohio. And we know that in Illinois is a Fermi lab. In Illinois. And South Dakota. If you didn't see that, South Dakota, in a abandoned mine that had gold all in it, they're building the world's strongest, what was that kind of beam? Can't remember, particle beam in South Dakota. Neutrino something, you all. You had it in southern Mississippi. So if we have this right here all over the world, within this, everybody has it in the same, around the general time span, there is something that's going on. Weird fog up at 2 p.m. in Greensboro, North Carolina. What was the movie about the fog? I think there was a movie about a fog, and it sounded scary, but I didn't want to watch it at all. I didn't watch it. The Mist, is that what it was called? The Mist, Christina? The Mist, what about the mist? Because what if this mist has something to do with this mist that movie was talking about? Is there something in the mist? Is there? It's it's cold out here too. You've had it off and on all day in South Central Kentucky. It's like it never went away then. Something's behind it. Any neuropathy in your hands or forearms, you are. You having neuropathy in your arms or hands? The movies. Is anybody having any? There is an increase of sicknesses. A lot of people are getting sick. They are. They're getting really sick. All of a sudden, you all. Have you noticed it where you're at? A lot of people getting sick. That's what I've been hearing. And yeah, something like that. Yes. And it's strange. It really is strange. Headaches. You got the headaches too. Yeah. All you can hear is people coughing in Dallas, Texas. No, it's not the chicken meat that's doing it. I don't think it is. You got them over where you're at? Hello there, Lordiana. People are complaining of feeling bad. Don't say that word. We'll get in trouble. It might be something else. It might be something else other than that. Rhonda Rutledge, the street has been spewing. You know what? You know what I thought that said? Has been spawning. The street has been spawning. When I first saw your comment, I thought that word said spawning. And then I thought spawning, that means something is doing something. Yeah. Oh no. Poison landing on the earth in the mist. First the plants and animals and then the humans. It's coughing. The only one in the family Oh no, sore throat, headache, coughing, major congestion, runny nose, fever. It's in the water. Is it in the water? Respiratory like symptoms. It's a little cold out here, but that's okay, you all. And I can reheat my potato soup up. Really, now there could be something in the air that we breathe. The mist is bad. It's illegal to collect rainwater. See, then what would people do? What would people do if you couldn't get water? But if you had an underground cistern, an underground well or something, I wonder if that well could get contaminated. It's in Oklahoma, John. Yeah. Lifts of a town drops it on next. What's that? Lips of a town. Lifts. Utah fog. Activity is in the sky because nobody can see. West Sergeant Deadhead. List of a town drops it on next. I don't understand that. Is that a riddle? It sounds like a riddle to me. Yeah, you all. So you got the fog and the mist. You have the fog. Have you ever noticed, like, if you've seen the fog at some place, one time, you all, this is no joke. It was a few years ago. It was toward the evening hours, and I was out here. I was trying to take pictures of the ships or something. I was with my phone. Had my clip-on lens, and I was out here, and I stood like. Where did I stand? I stood like a route right here or something, and I pointed my cell phone to the sky like this, and it did a long like flashlight thing. And then when I looked at the picture right here, there was a face in the mist, like the fog. It showed up right there like a being right there that came off my roof. In the fog or the mist, like an interdimensional being. And I think I shared that image. Oh, that's okay. It makes it more interesting, Sergeant Deadhead. Yeah, you are at the Keystone Lake, Diana. You have fog and mist in Norway. You all know. See, this is too. There's too much synchronicity. There's too much similarities. You've seen a crow video today. What's happening to the crows? Are the crows dying? You've seen lots of faces. You had this for a week. Oh my gosh, it is not budging. Wow. Not budging where you're at. Volcanic ash. Oh, Ryder, I have heard that. So if you have several volcanoes, if you go outside and you like wipe off your car or something, and you see like a ash-like color, then you know, well, there's something in the air. Acid rain, that's not good. I know when I got in my vehicle to go see my mom, it had rained and my windshield was spotless. It had a few bit of bugs, like, you know, when you can't get the whatever off. It had a few of that, but it was spotless when I got in. I thought, wow, that rain really cleans off that car window. It's been foggy for 5 days toward the night and early morning. Very thick. A thick fog in Georgia. Fog and gray. Anybody feel dizzy today? Trinity 2 wants to know. Is anybody feeling dizzy? Oh my gosh, that truck is so loud. You felt dizzy yesterday. Yeah, oh, sleepy, very sleepy. You all, it's kind of got to get out of this fog out here. that fog. Actually, I can get my jacket on. Let me put you right here. Let me put you somewhere where you can you see right there? I got to get my jacket on. Did you fall down? Whoops. I thought, did you fall down? Sergeant Pease. Hello, Michelle Stone. Misty Fog in Pennsylvania. You've been laying down. You're dizzy and you're nauseated. Trinity, too. That's been going around. That also has been going around. Dizzy and nauseated. Drippy, wet fog, and it's dense and sticky, heavy, drab with no color. Outside where you're at, Sergeant Pepper. Sergeant Pepper sounds familiar. I don't know what that's from. We keep getting like symptoms when the weather is, say Pearl. 50 volcanoes are now erupting. It's in the clouds and it's falling down from the sky. It's MK Ultra up there in the sky doing it. Is that what's doing it? MK Ultra in the sky, you all? No, it's not in the sky. It's Maryland is wet, dense from the sky to the ground. It's depressing and troublesome. Alfred Cardano. Excuse me, Cardano. Yeah, my porch is kind of wet. They spray us like bugs, Ryder. Suckville city limits. You're in, is there a place called Suckville? City limits, Suckville? I never heard of that before. Oh, it's meant when you said Sergeant Pepper. Oh! I didn't know that. Yeah. The fog is across the whole world, Diana. It is. The elementals playing. My throat tries to itch again. I always like get a itch or something at times. Not always, but at times. Dizzy after you went outside. The frequency everyone experiences is the same by the same emotions. It's got to be a frequency when everyone is experiencing the same emotion, some type of frequency thing going on. They're gearing up. You got the fog in the UK. You're not crazy. You found your page last night. I'm not crazy. I went to cry. I'm not crazy. So glad I'm glad you found it. I'm pressed by Steph. Nevada, Salt Lake, ice fog. Earthquake tremors in Alberta. Smoky Mountains, Idaho is foggy. Did it feel that same way back then? Fog in Oregon, you all. It's a cold, damp fog. If you had to survive outside in a tent or something, how would you keep you might want to have a fire, somehow make a fire. You all, could we survive in primitive manners? Be able to like those people who build a house out in the jungle or wherever they're at for shelter. If we had the tools, I'm sure we could. We can make it work, you all. As long as we had the capability to have a fire to keep us warm and stuff. If you got some mud, you can make you a stove and stuff like that. You can make it work. Some mud and some stones and thrash and all of that kind of stuff. And a saw. I wouldn't want to have to live like that. I tried to flip it around. I wouldn't want to have to live like that. Montreal is raining and warm and not normal for December. We'll be taken care of in the wilderness. I hope so. My. Yeah, you're unmotivated right now, Rhonda, honey. Well, it's understandable. It is. You've been buying old tools. They are everywhere here in Pennsylvania. You notice the old tools are a lot more durable than the new tools. The new tools, they've cut back on the materials, like the metals and stuff. They're thin. The shovels, they like bend. You go try to dig with a shovel and it'll bend. You are the fog. Do you have the Misty Fog and stuff where you're at? Oh, the arthritis. Yes. 50 degrees and cold in Richmond. Charlotte, North Carolina, Georgia. The fog that is. What's that mean? Moving forward, the fog that is. The fog is here. I don't want to watch that movie, and I won't watch it, The Fog or The Mist. But I think there was some kind of being, some interdimensional beings in that stuff. Some scary being. Someone wrote in the comment section under the Admiral Byrd video that I did that she witnessed this being scratching her from the other realm. Did you read the comment? She said you need to keep praying. You better keep up on your prayers. She saw the thing scratching her arm, leaving the marks. It was, I think she said something like green, something. Yeah. Oh, no, I don't watch scary movies. I haven't watched a scary movie since like I was like a, maybe a teenager, an older teenager. Well, yeah, around an older teenager. I was trying to think, when did I get married? Yeah. Was it really Trinity? It was written by H.P. Lovecraft also. Oh, wow. You ever wonder how these people, they write these things, and even this is Stephen King, about what he writes too. Where do they get this information? Do they tap into the other realm? Really? Your legs on your legs? This is the first time you heard of anyone else? Okay, Angry Irishman. It's on the Admiral Byrd video. I think it's like one of the top comments, because there was like 28 people who gave it a thumbs up when I looked at it. But she tells, it's like a paragraph. She tells what happened to her. And it's the first time she has ever witnessed something like that. She has seen people or beings or something. She's had encounters before, but none like that. And it kind of scared her. You dislike clowns, Jillian? Have you always felt like that? You know, when I was little, real little, it's probably around 3 or 4, I remember my mother, she took all of us to the Barnum and Bailey's circus. It was in Louisville, Kentucky. And all I remember is this clown. I was toward the front row, and this clown got up in my face, and it terrified me. I was so terrified of the clown, and that's why I don't like clowns, because it scared me. Wow. Yeah, tell Bozo to get out of town. They are, and there's people who dress up like clowns, and they like it, but I don't like it. I don't like clowns. They kind of scare me. And I didn't watch no movies about clowns either. Oh, Rhonda, honey. So the mist you hit that like button. It has it in the wood, looks like vibrant today with the mist. Wow. You love them, and you love the animals. You wanted those. Now, that was cute when they could make the animals with the balloons. It was the long balloons. I didn't mind that. I just didn't like the clowns. Yeah. Well, it's It's getting dark here now. And I don't like to go outside at night when it gets dark. Oh, I won't watch that Rainbow Truth, honey. Yeah. So, do you all have the mist, the fog, and the eerie mist where you're at? Because it seems like it's happening all around the world. And there's people getting sick all around the world. And people getting scratches on their bodies. Too, if you... Which one is chiming? It's this one that keeps chiming this time. Right here. I guess. And people are getting scratched in their sleep. I don't know which one it is. Angel. Was that you? You had scratches in your dream? Oh, okay, yeah. Was that you who left the comment on there? Do you hear humming? I hear my wind chime. Oh, are you talking about if anybody hears any humming? Alien Guru. I thought I heard voices last night. I did, or early this morning, and I thought there shouldn't be nobody talking. There really shouldn't be. Misty and foggy in Tennessee. We're in a deep freeze in Alberta. Oh, wow. Minus 29. Oh, Ryder, is that normal? You know, Admiral Byrd said we'd have to learn to fight in the bitter cold. That's what he said. God forbid they ever have to enter a war. We'd have to learn to fight in a bitter cold. Your left ear is so loud. Oh, wow. The sun's trying to peek through. The unknown entered your dreams and took... Oh, yes. Oh, wow. It's not normal. Wow. Oh, Ryder. Trinity 2. You'll have to watch the video that I did. It was, I think it was the second, maybe. It was second video of the day on the YouTube channel. I do want to know more about Admiral Byrd, because I think that there's a lot that he has to say, that he had to say, that got hidden. A humming and a vibration. You have neural pain stimulator. Wow. Oh, it's letting off too many 600 hertz for you. That's really strange. Does anybody hear anything coming off this this live on their end? Any like noise other than the person who said it's letting off 600 hertz? Oh, that's good. Not to have a toothache. Yeah. Oh, okay. I am going to go, you all, because it is kind of getting cold out here, and I don't want to be breathing whatever's in the mist. Whatever's in the mist. And the code, because I don't want to get it in my throat or nothing. What if the humming's coming from underground? There's a siren sound. Oh, love you all too. So I'm going to go. But thank you for tuning in. And with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful rest of your day, you all. And night. Hope to see you later. Love you.